Alrighty. What up? It's Shankster94 and welcome to my 96th weekly Q&A. I'm your host, the Gamer Shankster, also known as Shankster94. This is a place for you guys to ask questions, receive answers, communicate with each other, have pitiful comment wars, and the whatnot. I'm actually out of breath because I just came up some stairs. So give me a second. Okay. Alright. Whoa, slow down, Wyatt. Alright, so who do we got here? Usual contenders, I hope. Definitely the one and only W, also known as Wyatt. And U.S. Army 916 SCP. Seems to be all we have at the current second. So I'll go ahead and get the 1 hour timer going. And begin. Alright, so what did I hear about the Michael Cohen trial and sentencing? Of course, man. You know I did. What was I doing before the stream? What will I be doing after the stream? Before, I was running upstairs. And afterward, I'm going to be hopping on Resident Evil 2 Remake. Why is that? It's Saturday. I would have thought more people would have been here. Lakota Soldier 84. What are my thoughts on Ghost Survivors, and am I planning on playing DMC5? No, not planning on playing DMC5. My thoughts on Ghost Survivors. It's a cool little mode. I'm pretty sure I could easily beat them with the difficulty setting turned on. But yeah. Okay, fine. Since, yeah, obviously it seems to be, like, those people in here. Not a whole lot. Best and worst thing about my Ghost Survivor stream. Best thing was learning that it's not a hard mode at all, really, once you get used to the layout. Worst thing about it is thinking I could do the difficulty modes right off the bat. Fire Mario... Did I play Zombie U? Never heard of it. What did I last eat and drink? What would I most like to eat and drink next if I could choose? Last thing I ate was cheese quesadilla. Last thing I drank was Sprite. Next thing I would want to eat. It's hard to say considering I'm full and nothing sounds good right now. As for the drink, I mean, I do got your next drink. It's organic lemonade. After that, probably water. Alright. Ace Vortex. Would I rather go bald for the rest of my life or never get a haircut ever again? I'd rather go bald for the rest of my life. I've had my fun with that long-ass hair. If I had to have long hair for the rest of my life, that'd be so much maintenance. Elijah, you're digging the haircut. Thank you. What? On a scale of 0 to 100, how hot did I think the girl in the Ghost Survivors was? What, you mean Catherine Warren? How hot? From 0 to 100, 75. Fire Mario. Zombie is a survival horror made by Ubisoft. It was exclusive on Wii U in 2012, then 2015 came to Xbox One, PS4, and PC. Coolio. Wyatt, from 0 to 100, how much do I like this strange drink? This organic lemonade, it's not as good as other organic lemonades I've had. Has this bitterness to it somewhere. So, I'm afraid I'm only going to have to give it a 70 out of 100. What was the last news article I read online? I don't read news articles, bro. I I direct the news. Ace Vortex, are there any games that I play in my free time when not recording? These days, like, not really. The only game I still play on and off in my free time because I want to is Tekken Tag Tournament 2. All other game playing I doing, especially if it's Resident Evil, is for the purpose of this channel. And now what? With a 555 donation in honor of Resident Evil 5 recently passing its 10th anniversary on March 5th. Shout out to the directors Yasuhiro Ampo and Konichi Ueda. Dang, it's already been 10 years since Resident Evil 5. Isn't that crazy? And I played the hell out of it back in 2009 to 2012. I was playing it so much. It was my favorite Resident Evil game at the time. Can you believe that? Yeah, dang, I really didn't think this was that late, but especially on a Saturday when tomorrow's Sunday, I mean, no one should be sleeping yet. Then again, I have to realize probably not a bad amount of people, not a low amount of people are on the other side of the earth that follow my channel when I think about it. Resident Evil 4 is coming up on its 15th anniversary on January 11th. Nice. Cronctus, worst Resident Evil live-action movie. In my opinion, the worst one, I'm going to give to Afterlife. I feel like Afterlife was the worst one for me. Because the end of it straight ripped Resident Evil 5, the game. Nearly. What, least two most favorite lines? Leon's bingo line, Chris's future without fear, Leon's right hand joke, Ada's line to Krauser, which says, I don't like it when men play rough. Okay, least to most favorite, I'll go with, least favorite is definitely Chris's future without fear. Then I'll go Ada's line to Krauser, then Leon's bingo line, and then finally Leon's right hand. That one's my most favorite out of those four, easily. Cronctus, it's currently 9:08 where you're at. You're 2 hours ahead of me. It's only 7:08 for me. Reminder to everyone watching this stream, you gotta spring forward tonight. Set your clocks an hour forward. 4:08 for you, Elijah? Where do you live? Hawaii? Or like Japan? Sweden. Nice. All right. Kronk just lives in Oklahoma. Yeah. What, best and worst thing about daylight saving time? Easily the worst thing which we can all agree on is losing the hour of sleep. The best thing about it, I guess, was what it was originally, well, what it's meant for. So it's to save daylight. Or save energy, I should say. Isn't that the way it is? Something like that. But I really don't believe in that. I think the world should scrap daylight saving time. But I hear Congress is, or some government group is pushing to make it permanent. Like, we just stay sprung forward the whole year. Ace Vortex, do I ever think there will be a Resident Evil TV series? One day, probably. If you want to be technical, there have already been. Even though it only lasted a single episode. It was called Arclay. I watched it with Wyatt. Ace Vortex, or no, I just answered that. Wyatt, least to most badass. Jessica, RE7 Chris, Ronnie, RE6 Sherry, and Remake 2 Annette Birkin. Least to most. Okay, badass. Ronnie. Then Annette Birkin. Then Sherry. Then Jessica, and then finally Chris. Chris is the most badass. Cronctus, I hear about the live-action Resident Evil live-action TV series. I might have heard about it somewhere here and there. Yeah, thanks. No, never mind. My thoughts on if Resident Evil games become multiplayer only, Wyatt. I'm done playing it. When the Q&As are slow like this, it gives me more time to drink this. To drink a drink. Another thing I was doing before this Q&A, Wyatt, was actually looking on Giphy and seeing if I could update like my my subscriber and my super chat graphics, and update the sound. I really do want. I'm gonna keep the super chat, but if I'm gonna change my subscribe to Leon's painful yell in Resident Evil 2 Remake, the whole. And then I saw a gif of him just getting pummeled by the tyrant, so I might do it like that. We'll see. Cronctus, refresh your mind. Have Leon and Wesker met? Not personally, like not face to face. They never did. Not that no, I don't think they did. Night Kid, Nightboy Ryan's still alive. Well, nice. What's been up to? Wyatt, if Resident Evil 8 came out and it was super tough and it took me dozens of hours just to get to the point where I could beat the first boss, and right before I beat that boss, you hacked my game and well, right there, you already lost me. Yeah, I would rage. Yeah, and you would lose your status as my #1 if you did that. Seriously. If you just left out the second part of the question, I would have still played it. Elijah Robin said, "Have I ever read any of the Chinese Resident Evil comics?" No. Night Kid. How was getting high with my girl in a couple streams back? It was cool. It was actually the second time I did that. Fun facts, that video got demonetized. Probably because of the cannabis on YouTube. Not that I don't make any money off these Q&As like from the video itself. The money I make is from Wyatt's super chats and the occasional other people. Ace Vortex, which is the shortest Resident Evil game to beat in my opinion? It's really close between Survivor and Gaiden. Those two games are like the shortest games. So, okay, Survivor 1, Gaiden, and Dead Aim. All three of those games are like very short. I honestly think Survivor is the shortest. Because I actually beat that in like, what is it, 30 or 40 something minutes? Like on my full play. Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to be doing this a lot because I think in the early stages of a cold. So, yeah, my nose is a little runny. Why would a Q&A where only you showed up feel weird or epic? Well, for me, it would be weird. For half of my subscribers, it would probably also be weird, but for the other half, they would probably be like, what the hell is... They'd be like, sick, what's what instead of... I don't know. I honestly don't know. Everyone would be weirded out if I didn't explain something somewhere. Think back to the key cards in Resident Evil 4, like for the waste disposal area or the freezer. What are my thoughts on their design, gameplay, function, etc.? Well, yeah, those key cards... I don't know, they seemed bulky and huge. Gameplay function, it made sense. It was a key card. Night Kid, what cars do I think should be revived for 2019 or even 2020? Cars, huh? Well, I don't know a whole lot of discontinued cars, unfortunately. So that's actually a really tough question for me. Does the Oldsmobile still exist? It's the only thing I could think of that I don't know if they still make cars. Ace Vortex, longest Resident Evil game to beat. In my opinion, okay, it's really hard to say. Longest is tricky because you got the chapter-based games, which usually do come out longer. So it's one of the modern games for sure. I honestly would say it's either going to be Resident Evil... No. It's Resident Evil 6. I think Resident Evil 6 is the longest Resident Evil game. Because you got 5 chapters and 4 characters each. So that's 20 chapters. Well, actually, hold on. Let me think about that for a second. Because Resident Evil 5, it's kind of the same thing. Ugh. It's very close between 5, 6, and probably Revelations 1. No, Revelations 1 doesn't have to take that long. I'm just going to say it's a tie between 5 and 6. Alright, Wyatt, you were thinking the other day about that Revelations on 3DS must be different enough from the full console versions to warrant its own full play. No, it's not. I can vouch for that. Die by getting sucked into a huge pipe of water that has a bladed fan in it that chops me up into little pieces, or be devoured by Remake 2 Sewer Crocodile. I feel like the bladed fan would be a little less painful than the Sewer Crocodile. Cronctus. It's going to be a while for Resident Evil 3 Nemesis Remake and Resident Evil 8 to even be teased. Yeah, it'll probably be a year to a cup, 2, 3, maybe. Why would I play a round of Words with Friends with you? I don't even know what that game is. Does it annoy me that you react to all of my Facebook Messenger messages? A little bit, because I feel like you're overdoing it. And I almost feel like those reactions aren't even genuine. I also hate it that you keep getting your Facebook account blocked, and then it takes a month, and then you spam me with likes. It's actually because it blows up my phone. Night Kid, Oldsmobile and Pontiac are the only 2 discontinued cars you know. So the car makes, yeah, they're discontinued. As for models, yeah, I don't really know any cars that were discontinued. Night Kid, would I do high school all over again, 9th to 12th? Sometimes I do think about that, and I feel like I would. I would go through high school again. U.S. Army, what did I shadow leggy? I have no idea. I do not get that question whatsoever. To me, it seems badly worded. Night Kid, or become the new Billy Madison and do grades 1 through 12 for 12 weeks. Oh, so it was would I rather question. You just got someone to cut you off. Okay, between those 2 choices, I would still just do high school all over again. I don't want to do grades 1 through 12. What? You actually think Resident Evil 4 could use a graphical rebuild since the textures are so outdated, but the gameplay shouldn't be touched. Thoughts on this opinion? If that's possible, yeah, I guess so. Like, would you play Resident Evil 4 with Resident Evil 2 remakes? Okay, but the gameplay shouldn't be touched. I see, is that even possible? What are my thoughts? Also, what are my thoughts on the Resident Evil clothing you messaged me? Yeah, I was waiting for that. I mean, they were cool, man. And I was debating the whole time, like, messaging you back. I was going to be like, for your information, 95% of the time, I don't care to share an opinion on things you send me. So, yeah. I'm not a... I can be considered antisocial sometimes, I guess. I'm not up for small talk. Michael Cho had late night dinner. What's up? Nothing much. Glad you can make it. Ace Vortex, have I seen the Resident Evil 4 HD project textures? I feel like I have. Oh, Sab, that's right. Would I cry if you died, Wyatt? No. I would not cry. I definitely would not cry. Also, you start angry reacting to all of my and my girlfriend's posts, or sad reacting. Probably much rather be sad, but it'd still be annoying. Cronctus, whatever happened to Billy in Resident Evil 0? That is a really good question. It's one of the biggest mysteries of the franchise as of now, I would say. They really need to bring him back somewhere. Michael Cho, in a wedding, would I rather annoy everyone with constant loud-ass bagpipes or play intense rave music along with my coworkers? Michael Cho. In a wedding? I would do the constant loud-ass bagpipes, actually. Wyatt, that's fine, but you still like sending me new Resident Evil content, especially what you see on social media. Whatever, you can do it, man. I'll let you know. I always glimpse at it. I just don't care to let you know what my opinion of it is. Least to most intelligent: Wesker, RE6 Chris, Simmons, Jessica, and Curtis Miller. Least to most intelligent. Let's see. Curtis Miller, RE6 Chris, Jessica, Simmons, then Wesker. I feel like Wesker is actually pretty intelligent. Also, would I cry if my girlfriend died? Where do you live? What planet do you live on, buddy? Do you really, like, if it wasn't apparent by now, unless you're just joking with me because you like to, my girlfriend has a much higher priority than you do. I will always take my girlfriend over you in any situation. Conctus, Wesker versus his son Jake. I feel like Jake would come out on top somehow. Why at least the most ammo-absorbent enemies. RE4 Spider Plaga, Elgarador, Reaper, and Revenant. Least to most. Okay, well, RE4 Spider Plaga is first. Then we'll go Revenant, then Reaper, then finally Elgarador. Night Kid, out of questions. You'll be back next stream. See, you are a normal Q&A-er. You run out of questions and decide to move on after a little bit. You don't stick around for the entire stream. I never really expect anyone to stick around for the entire thing. That was never a thing from the very beginning. It's just a couple people do. Or a few people, I should say. Wyatt, choose from the following... Oh, here we go. Yep, and this is where I put on slow mode, because this is where I slow down and fall behind. All right. So let's do this. Google Images. 2 loadouts to survive the Zealot Monk and Joavo Apocalypse. A Desert Tech Microdynamic. Desert. You already listed that in a previous question. Haha. And an I'm an Imi Tavartar. Did not ask that one yet. Tar 21. Okay, so I got the 2 guns in mind. So 3 breakable remake 2 knives and 2 Rev 2 firebomb bottles. That's pretty nice. Or the 3 RE4 flash grenades and 3 RE7 remote bombs. To survive Zealot Mong Joavo. Not too bad. Well, we'll go with load up B in that one. Michael Cho, is it just you? Is it just you? Because watching me and my girlfriend smoke weed actually reminds you of Harold and Kumar. That's not bad, actually. I think that's funny. Spy Red Rum, what bow sounds cooler, praying mantis or a rhino beetle? What bow? Rhino beetle, yeah. Alright, what? Dual wield to PP2000 submachine guns. PP2000. Nice. Dual wield them. Awesome. Or dual wield 2 Patriot Ordnance Factory PSGs. So 2 dual wield to survive the Gyozo and Kipepio apocalypse. I would probably definitely go with. I'm gonna go with the PP2000s. All right. Did I hear about International Women's Day? Yes, I have. Did I know there's also an International Men's Day, which is November 19th? I do now. Oh my god. What? Okay. Hold on, guys. I'm getting a phone call that I cannot avoid. I'll be right back. Alright. I should be back up now. I'm just not on the right page to know for sure. Yeah, I'm back up. Okay. Sorry about that. Freaking A, you guys in the chat going crazy. But yeah, I paused as soon as I took the call. And yeah, now we're going to continue. So, where was I before I got that? And by the way, what? No, I am not sharing the details of that call with you. That is none of your business. So, where was I? Play drums with my feet only or play guitar with my teeth only was Michael Cho's question. I would probably play drums with my feet. U.S. Army, what did I think of the assault rifle for special tactics? It was for me, really. Alright, which Wesker voice do I like more, RE5s or RE4s? 5s. For Umbrella Chronicles. Are they not the same? If that's the case, really, then probably Umbrella Chronicles. Have I ever done a Q&A while sad about something else in life? Even if I had, I'm not at liberty of sharing that with you. No, what? Because, like I said, I paused when I took the call, so it's unfair to me if I do that. I'm the one who has to sit through this. Ace Vortex. Have a threesome with Excella and Jill or Helena and Claire. Excella and Jill. Alright, and that's when I took the phone call. Michael Cho, have I watched Harold and Kumar? No. Heard plenty of it. Do I so, yeah, I do. Best, you're clocking, so U.S. Army is probably gone. Okay, well, see, just like that, I'm back to the bottom, so yeah, chill. And because I'm back to the bottom now, I'll take slow mode off for whoever's still watching. Because I have a feeling that phone call ruined a couple people's nights. Because they can't be patient and wait. What does Rev 1 do better than any other Resident Evil game? Rev 1 do better? Probably the custom parts. What does Rev 2 do better than any other Resident Evil game? Create explosive weapons out of bottles? Are you really the only person left? There's only 2 people concurrently viewing. There we go. Some people back and coming up. All right. Ace Vortex feels lonely in here. Oh, you're right. I did miss Michael Cho's question. Get kidnapped to Disney World for 1 month trip, or get kidnapped to a live game show where I win a lot of money regardless if I win or not. I'd rather go to the game show. I've been to Disney World already. All right. Yeah, it's only now because of that damn phone call I had to take. Thomas Rechtenwald, hey. What? Rev 3 features Ada, and she must rescue Sheva, or it features Jill, who must rescue Leon. Jill rescuing Leon. Yeah. Ada has no reason to rescue Sheva. Dang. We were going a little bit. Rev 3 features you. Already a bad idea. Or and you must rescue me, or it features Manif, who must rescue us both. Manif rescues us both. There you go. Thomas Rechtenwald, how's it going over in Promised Land? In the Promised Land. It's going. I accidentally muted my microphone, because it does have a mute function. So like, muted. Sorry. I don't know how that happened, because I thought I unmuted it when I demonstrated. Sometimes it, like, I press it, and it stays muted, like, as if I have to press it to speak. I wonder if there's actually 3 modes. Let me find out. I'll make sure I do it right this time. So, to answer Michael Cho's question again, I guess, since you didn't hear me. I would rather do Valentine's Day in prison showers. And Wyatt, your question, I would still do the sad emoji. I would rather no one angry emoji anything. Okay. There. Now, let me test this thing out. Huh. Huh. Nope. I don't know what I did. Okay. So, U.S. Army. What's my favorite UBCS? RE3. What are my favorite? UBCS, Resident Evil 3, Resident Evil Outbreak, Resident Evil Operation Raccoon City. RE3. Thomas Rechtenwald, it's been snowing over there, which you are sick of. You're ready for summer weather. Yeah, I'm alright with rainy weather. Yeah, snow's not good where I live either. An odd, yeah, an odd Q&A. It's gonna be even weirder on playback, I feel like. Which Outbreak box art do I prefer? Look them both up. I know what they look like, man. I like number 2 better. Alright, how much time is left on the timer? About 22 minutes. Yeah, so you get... So I'm going 10 minutes past when it ends. Because the phone call, it took about 10 minutes. Which of the 2 Outbreaks games open with rat calling through different areas? It's number 1. Thomas Rechtenwald, when am I going to start working on my original content again? Pretty soon here. I mean... So by original content, do you mean the full plays? Because that's what I was doing before all this Resident Evil 2 Remake stuff started. And the little hiatus that I had. That starts when I finish the weapon review for Resident Evil 2, or when I should say, do the weapon review for Resident Evil 2 Remake. Starting with Resident Evil Dead Aim's full play. Which box art do you prefer, Resident Evil 4 on the Wii or Resident Evil 5's box art? Honestly, dude, 5's box art. 3's box art or Guidance? 3's. Spy. What attacks could a bow tortoise have? Not sure. Cheesiest Resident Evil box art. Cheesiest? Dead Aim. Creepiest. 2. Michael Cho. Drink glow sticks or eat cooked roadkill? Oh, yikes. God, both of those are horrible. But if you cook the roadkill, it just might get rid of the disease. I don't know, though. Probably not. But I'll go with cooked roadkill. Trivia question. What are all of the Resident Evil titles to appear on the Wii? Okay, I gotta think about this very carefully. You're including just ports, right? Not exclusive. Including everything. All the titles to appear on the Wii. Yeah, alright. So, Resident Evil 4, Umbrella Chronicles, Darkside Chronicles, Remake, 0. Just the Wii, not the Wii U. I actually think that's my final answer. 4, Umbrella Chronicles, Darkside Chronicles, Remake, and 0. Pretty sure those are the 5 titles. Oh, you mean Tortoise B-O-W. Oh my gosh. Yeah, you need those dots. Because I totally thought you were talking about bow as in bowgun. So the question was... A B-O-W tortoise. Could be... It's probably got snappy mouth. And that's probably about it. So what? My answer still counts. What? How often do I check my bank account? That is not something you need to know. Also, worst to best box art. Umbrella Chronicles Darkside, 4 Wii, Archives, Resident Evil, and Archives, Resident Evil 0. Well, the Archives doesn't really change anything other than that it's a little smaller with a freaking outline. We'll go worst to best. I'm gonna go Umbrella Chronicles, then Resident Evil, then Resident Evil 0, then Darkside Chronicles, and then finally Resident Evil 4. Also, own and drive the Peel P50. And drive the drive, or own and drive. He pasted 2 parts twice. VW Busball. Both will be light green. Peel P50. What the flying hell? No. God. Or the VW Busball. What? Is that even a legal vehicle? Okay, well, both would be light green. Between those two, I'd probably do the Peel P50. Michael Cho, wake up to have guts and blood cover everywhere in my house, or have paint-proof posters of your face that I can't take down. Well, the latter would be a lot less tough to deal with, so I'll go with that. Have I ever played the Wii U at all? No. Actually, yes, I have. That was a lie. I have. I've played the Super Smash Brothers on the Wii U before at a friend's house. U.S. Army 916. Wait, will the rat mutate if they get infected? The rats? I don't know. They ingested the virus. I don't know how they didn't. Spy Red Rum, you kind of think a tortoise BOW would snap and contract into its shell to recover. Maybe. Wyatt, trivia question. What is the only Resident Evil title to appear on the Wii U? The only Resident Evil title to appear on the Wii U? Oh, man. I really don't know the answer to that. The only title to appear on the Wii U. Rev 1. Okay. Michael Cho, what's the main difference between rugby and American football? Since when did questions become quizzes? I don't even know. Trivia question, what year did the first live-action Resident Evil film release? 2002? It's kind of a guess. Spyro, will I get a Nintendo Switch for the Resident Evil games? Only if a game is exclusively released on it. And Wyatt's probably hoping to God for that. Because he wants me so badly to get a Switch. Alright. Wyatt, fight Oscar from Outbreak with only a handgun P10 from Rev 2. Or fight 3 Rascal Pansies with only a Heckler & Koch P8 from RE5. Oh, probably 3 Rascal Pansies with a P8. What Wii U is the last console I play before I die, or the PlayStation Classic is? PlayStation Classic. If RE8 came out and was the last Resident Evil game ever made, what would I do with my life? Like, all the extra spare time would no longer be going to the channel. I would simply continue my channel, Wyatt, because I have endless possibilities with what I decided to do with my channel, even if the series ended. It would, yeah, it would just mean, it would mean the end of weapon reviews and melee move reviews, because I only return to those two elements when there's new games. So that's what would really end. My channel wouldn't really end, though. So I would just continue the full plays and then move on to death reviews, then character reviews, etc., etc. It's limitless. Thomas Rectamald, you hope they come out with a Resident Evil 3 remake soon and not take 21 years like 2 remake did. Well, I would rather compare... I mean, no one was expecting a remake 20 years ago. No one was really expecting a remake probably until Remake 1 came out. So how many years has it been since Remake 1? And that's how many years we've been waiting for it, I would say. U.S. Army, look up XM8. Alright. Real quick. Oh. That's a cool looking gun, actually. Well, if I get a Switch, I can play 4... Remake, RE0, Rev 1, and Rev 2 anywhere, including laying down in bed. Yeah. Ace Vortex, who would win? Chris with his bare fists or the Regenerator from RE4? Chris with his bare fists. Spy Red Room, would I rather snuggle with a Black Tiger or fight the Neptune with nothing but toasters? I would... Well, if I fight the Neptune with toasters, I could potentially electrocute it. But to me, it sounds like I'm in the water with it, so I would get electrocuted too. So I feel like my chances are better if I snuggle with the Black Tiger. What? Trivia question. What is the name of the treasure I recover from the body of the Popu Karimu in RE5? Damn. I feel like I remember what the color was. I feel like it was like the yellow or orangish, like heart-shaped one. But I cannot remember what it's called. No, I can't remember what it's called. And I'm probably not even right about the shape, for all I know. Or the color. U.S. Army. What did I think of MPAF? The machine pistol accurate fire? It was okay. What? If playing Resident Evil in any way became punishable by death, what would I do with my life? Like, all the extra time that would no longer be going to the channel. Okay, well, I would end the channel, obviously, and... I would honestly, I would probably just be watching movies for the rest of my life. Other than working. What? Also... Or no, sorry. Michael Cho. Forced to read Twilight for the rest of my life, or 50 Shades of Grey. Twilight. Also, Wyatt, Resident Evil 5 Chris versus an out-of-shape IT guy. Yeah, very funny. You know the answer to that. Would I rather go back to school to become a sound engineer or become a videographer? Videographer. Thomas Wechtermold, you'll see me in the next Q&A. You gotta head for work in the morning. Alright, man. Peace out. Wyatt, I get the soul gem from the body. Alright, cool. Didn't care. Become the CEO of a huge company where I get paid a ton of money, and all I have to do is tell other people what to do, or work at McDonald's. Both jobs would last my whole life. Well, obviously, become the CEO. The $1 million, my thoughts. Don't know what that is. Michael Cho, have every furniture replaced by lawnmowers, or have my food in my fridge replaced with urine bottles? Furniture replaced by lawnmowers. Spy Red Room, stupidest tied-in product for Resident Evil. Tied in. Not even sure of any tied-in products. Tied in. Let me see here. Honestly, I don't have an answer for that. Wyatt, in Revelations, did I get or review all the exclusive weapons you get by completing those online challenges? I didn't review their names necessarily. You probably got to... You saw them in action when I did the whole firing with the fastest character thing. So no, the answer to that is no, I did not really. I didn't review them. Like merch, that's what I'm saying. I'm just having trouble coming up with one that I know of that I don't pay attention like that. Someone else could probably answer that question. Name an example of merch in a Resident Evil game. Yeah, I'm like dumbfounded on that whole subject. Spy Red Room, you mean like movies, games, action figures? Okay. Tied in product. Tied in. Okay. Probably that scrapped TV show Arclay, if that even counts. If it doesn't, then just forget about that question. I can't answer it. What have I ever visited Capcom's website? Yes. KMF, Degeneration Claire, Rev 2 Claire, and Remake 2 Claire. Well, I'm killing Rev 2 Claire. That's my least favorite overall. I would... Okay, I'll marry Degeneration Claire, and I'm screwing Remake 2 Claire. There you go. Just staying at the bottom here. How much time do we have left? A little over 6 minutes. Ace Vortex, Chris versus Ustanak. Chris. If Jake and Sherry can defeat it, Chris can. Michael Cho, get a tattoo that read yes all over my back or tattoos of my face everywhere. Face. Michael, or Wyatt, KMF, adult Sherry, adult Manuela, and adult Ronnie. Okay. I'm killing adult Sherry. I'm marrying adult Ronnie, and I'm screwing adult Manuela. Yeah. Spy Red Room, Wesker in an attack helicopter versus Barry Burton in an Abrams tank. Who would win? Honestly, I think Barry would win. When you visit me, would I rather you mutate into Ouroboros Makono or the Papakurimu? Papakurimu. El Garador Black Tiger. El Garador. I already watched Captain Marvel in theaters. Angriest sounding song I ever listened to. Faint by Linkin Park. Which Resident Evil character would I say is the angriest in general? The angriest? Probably Wesker. RE4 Wesker versus RE4 Leon. Obviously Leon. Degeneration Leon versus Chris while he's in training to become STARS member. So before the Raccoon City incident. Degeneration Leon. Spy Red Room. What military would Billy join in the Army, Navy, Marines, or Air Force? Billy? Marines. Michael Cho. Is it wrong to think that adult Sherry is kind of hot? No. It's not wrong at all. Wyatt. Favorite Resident Evil 4 cutscene? The right hand. Yeah. Ace Vortex. Get Haymaker punched by Chris or Cobra Striked by Wesker. Cobra Striked. U.S. Army. Look up Resident Evil the musical. Why are you making me look shit up, U.S. Army? You know how much I detest that. Or you should, anyway. Resident Evil musical. There, I looked it up. Didn't say I was going to watch it. Favorite Resident Evil 5 cutscene, what? Yeah, now you're just reaching. Fuck. the final battle between Chris and Wesker and Sheva. Ace, Vortex, Wesker. Yeah, I know. What favorite Dark Side Chronicles? 240. All right. Favorite Dark Side Chronicles cutscene? I don't remember enough about it to care to answer that. In RE4, would I rather Leon started with an assault rifle in addition to the rest of his loadout, or with a flamethrower? Assault rifle. Do I typically wear a belt? Not that often. Black Tiger versus RE7 Chris. RE7 Chris. Spy Red Run. Mr. X versus Claire with his brother in a Harrier jumper jet. Jump jet. Claire with his brother. El Garador versus RE7 Chris. What? RE7 Chris. Hey, COD Kid, you're very late. There's only like 2 minutes left. What? Javier Hidalgo's final form versus RE7 Chris. What's it? Resident Evil 7 Chris is going to beat everything. Let's just say that, all right? Now you can't answer. Now you can't ask that anymore. Yep, same goes to that, what you just saw. That's all right, COD Kid. It happens. There's some people who joined even after the Q&A was over. Still 7 Chris. Michael Cho, yes. You can't wait for the RE2 remake weapons review. I know. A lot of people can't. And it's starting to get enjoyable because now I'm done streaming RE2 and basically began the process of gathering weapons for that weapon review. But it's just fun to just know that since I'm the content creator, people have to wait for it. I'm not going to feel pressured by my subscribers wanting the weapon review. I'm going to take my time. Make it good. Get punched by my girlfriend or by you? Probably still rather get punched by my girlfriend, actually. U.S. Army. What did I think of the G. Birkin Stage 3? Stage 3. Wasn't too difficult to deal with. Why? I broke you. You had to change up the question a little bit so I could answer it the other way. That's awesome. That was my intent from the get-go. Yes, Superman will obviously beat Chris. Spy Red Room. What vehicle would I love to drive if I had gotten a chance? A Lamborghini Diablo or Bugatti Veyron or the newest Ikean Hypersport? Lamborghini Diablo, really. Why Black Tiger versus 3 Gyozos? That's very funny. Black Tiger. 5 seconds. Black Tiger versus Wax Lupange? Still Black Tiger. Amir Makan, Resident Evil 5 or 6? 5, and that's the final question. And that's it. All right. That was an awesome way to end it. Ha! You got snaked, what? So, this is the end of the Q&A. So, this is Shankster94, aka the Gamer Shankster. Rate, comment, subscribe. You know what? That got actually very fun after the phone call. Beforehand, it was alright. During the phone call, it sucked for you guys, I know. But, just things happen. But yeah, you follow my links down there. Facebook, Twitter, Patreon. Shout out to Wyatt Chatron for being my one and only patron. For now, hopefully. Epic stream, I know. Alright, see you guys in Q&A 97. Peace out.